Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Lions coming up next.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Working from the gun, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And he was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Clock down to 2. We're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, Holiday. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Holiday. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
first downs. Gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a play fake here on first down.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
On second down, Holiday. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Curran. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Off the play fake. Curran. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Lance looking to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, Mitchell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Shotgun now for Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Here's Sermon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The kick by Bass is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Curran. He finds his man complete. That's Alvarado. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Curran. The quick slant caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Lance now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there just before halftime. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. And
he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. There to make the grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position. Or
touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these 2 teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Curran. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection. connection on that one. 34 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Curran. That's complete right side to Lazard. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curran. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Mitchell. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Curran. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Curran. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll run on first down. Holiday. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up second and a yard at the 17-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holiday. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown! Allen Lazard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Brings, gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. On 1st and 10, Curran. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Curran. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
Off play action. Curran, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie it.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3, put that on the board, and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parks. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, San Francisco.
On first down, Lance. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. To throw, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So Lance and the Niners down by 10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Back to throw. Curran. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. On 3rd down, Holiday. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.